Yo, what is going on? It's your boy, it's Koze, and today I had to bring you a Stamplar updated Clockwork City patch video. I had to bring this because a couple people were asking me, and I just wanted to bring it to you guys because I know a lot of people are confused on what to wear now. No more heavy armor for Stamplar, and that's basically what this build is. No more heavy armor. So, and it's actually working well for me. I really like it, and I really want to show it to you guys because I know you guys actually might like this too. And I'm going to show you some alternatives as well if you don't like what I'm wearing. So alright, so let's get right into the gear. I am still running Ravaging. I still run the 2 axes. I run 1 weapon damage enchant and 1 Oblivion still. I don't believe you can change these to Nern if they're bound, but I'm not 100% sure on that because the patch did just drop today. So I'm not sure. But if I can, I will. And if you guys can, you definitely should, because Nern is so much better. Like I said, last video, you can go 2 swords, 2 maces, whatever. You guys know. I'm not going to talk about that, because you guys already know. Next, I run the Maelstrom Maw still, defending. I would actually go Nern on the back bar for better heals. But my Nern Maelstrom Maw is on somebody else. And you don't have to have a Maelstrom Maw at all. You can just craft a random sword Nern or defending, whatever you like. I like defending, but I feel like Nern would be better for both of these, or for all 3 of these. Next set I'm running is Troll King. Reason being is because in medium armor, it's kind of hard to survive against like high burst builds such as Night Blades, for example. So Troll King actually does help with that. Increases your healing done by 2%, which is really not good. They need to buff that. And when you're below 50%, your health recovery is increased by 1500, which is beautiful, and it saves lives, and it's just so good. I have this in heavy. You don't have to go heavy. You can go another medium. This is 5 medium, 2 heavy, by the way. And this is one of my heavy pieces. Alternative, Slime Craw, Blood Spawn, I guess Selene, if you really want to go Selene. You could go Kina Villa, or you could go Kina, whatever, Villa, whatever you want to do. Next is Shacklebreaker. This is the next set I'm running. If you don't know what Shacklebreaker is, I think it came out last patch. And it has weapon damage, spell damage, stam recovery, magic recovery, which is good, and I'll tell you why in a second. And it has 2k max stam, 2k max magicka. It's really good. The max magicka, no, the magicka recovery is good. Sorry, I had a blank there. Is good because cleanse. This skill right here. We'll move up to 5 harmful effects. It is costly, like it costs a lot of magicka, but having this is really good. Having that extra recovery is really good because you can hit it more. Having that max magicka is good because yeah, you can hit the skill more. You can just hit more of your magicka abilities because you have such a low magicka pool, excuse me, that you can, you know, use these moves more, and these are helpful moves. Okay, so I have this in Impin, this in Divines. If you have Impin, go Impin as well. Just try to go all Impin. I go all Impin. You guys can do Prismatics if you want to, do whatever you guys want to. I go all Stam and Chance on everything. I go all Impin. This is my other heavy piece. Next, yeah, just have Troll King, or not Troll King, but Shacklebreaker on the body. Shacklebreaker here, Shacklebreaker here, 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 and here. And I've been trying to work on getting the set gold for you guys, and just for me in general too, because I don't really like playing with purple armor anymore, but that's just my preference. You know, not everybody in ESO is rich. But besides the point, the next set I'm running, well, you guys already seen it, is Ravager. Bad thing about this is that these are healthy rings, but having a high health pool is not bad, guys. If you're in medium armor and you have 19k health, that's not bad. Like, you're fine. I know your max stam isn't going to be that high, but it's fine. You don't need a high pool of max stam. You really don't. It doesn't really help you that much. I guess in the long run it does, but not really when you have good sustain. So basically, yeah, I have all weapon damage and chance on these. You can put a stam recovery, do whatever you want to. You can put 1 stam recovery, 2, whatever. Works for you, because this is a really high damage build, especially if you run Slime Craw. You could switch, not Troll King, but you could switch Shackle out for Automaton. It does more physical, because you have, all your abilities are physical damage, so you could swap that out and put that in too. That works too. Next, we're going to get into my character sheet and show you guys how much damage I actually have. Okay, so let's see if I can get Ravager to proc. Okay, there it goes right there. Let's see if I can get my weapon damage thing to proc too. There we go. Okay, so my weapon damage is 4.8k, and my crit was 43k, or not 43k, 43% there. And my recovery on the front bar is 1700. Max stam is pretty low. It's like 31.5k, but I promise you it works. Please trust me, it does work. Your max magicka is 12k, which is decent, and you have 20k max health in medium armor. It's actually really good to have that much health. Next, I'm gonna show you the back bar and how much resistance I have. I have 23,000 resistance, almost 21,000 physical resistance, and 2,800 crit resist, which is awesome. It's really, really good. 64 points in the stamina as well. I am a red guard, and being a red guard does help. I feel like a wood elf would maybe be better. I don't know, but I prefer red guards. I am running the serpent too. I do run Cameron Throne as well, and I am a werewolf. Okay, next I'm gonna get into the skills. So let's go on the front bar. Biting jabs. I said this last video. I'm basically running the same setup, like the same skills as last video, but I'm gonna go into detail on each skill and why they're important and how they work for this build. And alternatives as well. So biting jabs is your main DPS, and it has a snare. If you guys didn't know that, it has a snare, 70%, and it gives you major savagery, which is awesome. Next, I have rending. You could go blood craze if you'd like, if you feel like you can't survive more. But if you're not running Troll King, I'd probably go blood craze, to be honest. But this is a huge dot. It's a really big dot. Like, all you have to do is press one button and the dot's on them. Like, it's crazy. Next is Vigor, our main heal, or overtime heal, I should say. And when you're doing, when you have Troll King procced and you hit this and you go on your back bar and play defensively, I don't really see how you're gonna die at all. Like, it's pretty hard to die when you have a Troll King proc and Vigor and you're hitting rallies and all that kind of stuff. Next is Power of the Light. This is basically like reflective damage. So like a certain amount of damage you do reflects back on the person, and it also gives a minor fracture and minor breach as well. And it has a cap on how much damage you can do, but I don't know if that cap can be reached, to be honest, because that's a lot of damage. It's just a really good skill because it's kind of like a finisher for a Stamplar, and it works very well. This is basically your emergency move, because if you're in trouble and someone's like wailing on you, and they're like, because you're in medium armor, so you're not going to be heavy armor and just be able to take all the damage. So someone's just wailing on you, hitting surprise attacks, hitting frags back to back to back, and you need something to get them off you. Definitely this is the perfect skill. This knocks them back for a while. It does some damage. It does physical damage if you're going to run auto. It's really good. Next is Dawnbreaker. I love Dawnbreaker because the stun. Dawnbreaker smiting is the best ultimate for a Stamplar, I think, just in my eyes. It does a lot of physical damage. It's just a great ultimate. It doesn't cost too much. It does cost quite a bit, but it's not too bad. If you want to play more risky play, you can go to the dual wield passives, not passives, the abilities. Check out this ultimate right here, Rend. You can go Rend. It does almost 50k physical damage over 16 seconds, and also heals you as well. So if you really want to be like risky, the reason I say it's risky is because hitting somebody with a Rend is so hard to do. Like, it's really hard to do. And if you're fighting a Magplar or another Stamplar, they can cleanse it off. So it's risky. So it depends who you're fighting. I like Dawnbreaker because it's more burst, but this, if you want to play like slowly and you want to actually like put huge dots on people, this is the skill for you for sure. Next, on the back bar, I'm running shuffle. You have to have 5 pieces of medium armor, and I do, so I can run shuffle. It's just good. I think when you hit shuffle, like if you're snared, you can hit this and it'll remove it, I believe. For repentance, I run this because it gives me extra recovery and health recovery, magic recovery. It's just really good. Cleanse, cleanses harmful effects. I mean, who would like that? It's actually really good for excuse me. It's actually really good for utility builds too, like because your teammates can hit synergies to cleanse dots off of them, and it's actually really good synergy too. Rally, this your burst heal. It gives you major brutality. When your tick is like really low, like see that tick right there, it says 30. When that gets down to about 1, your heal would be like insane. Next skill I'm running is Restoring Focus. It gives you major ward and resolve and minor protection and minor vitality, which is great because all you have to do is throw this down. Say if you're fighting over here or something, you're fighting over here, then you come back over here, put it down, or you can just walk in it, or you can put another one down because it's actually like low cost. So it actually works pretty good like that too. And then I have the ultimate, the healing ultimate. This is just emergency. You could run alternatives. You could run werewolf for extra recovery. It boosts my recovery about by 200, which isn't bad. So that's an alternative. What else could you run? You could probably run Nova back there if you would like to. It's just really up to you. I just like this better because if you're really in trouble, it can help you out a lot. Okay. Next, I want to get into the CP. We'll start with the tower. I have 50 into Warlord, 5 into Sprinter, 50 into Warlord because when you're breaking free, you want to make sure like that the cost of you breaking free isn't too much, and it actually helps a lot with sustain. So I put about 50 in there. You can go 40, 45, it works too. 57 Mooncalf, just to boost my recovery up more, just have a better recovery pool, and just all around get more stam back. 52 in Tenacity. Reason I have 52 in Tenacity is because heavy armor used to give you, I don't know if it does anymore, but it has a passive. It used to have a passive, or still does maybe, I don't know. That gave you 25% more resources from heavy attacks, and it was really helpful with my last build, but you should probably put more into here. I would recommend, but I sustain fine how I am. If you have any problems with sustain, let me know and I'll figure out more alternatives for you. I really will. Next I have 11 into health recovery. You're like, why? That's not going to do anything. 3% is nothing. Because when Troking is procced, I have a lot of health recovery. So when this comes into play, that extra 3%, it don't seem like much, but it boosts my health recovery a lot. So when I have my vigors up and I'm low on health, it helps. It actually really does. Next, I have 45 into tumbling. Tumbling's good for this build, especially because you're running medium armor, and medium armor, you have to roll dodge a lot. If you didn't know, you have to, because there can be someone out there that will burst you, and they'll try, and you'll have to roll dodge. So this is important to reduce the cost of roll dodge, so you're not using too much of your stam. Next, I have 10 into Shadow Ward. Sometimes when you're just sitting there and you know something's about to come, like an ultimate, a Dawnbreaker, a Subterranean, whatever it may be, you can block, you know, hit your cleanse or whatever. It helps a lot. Reduce the cost of block. This just helps with sustain, keeping your stam pool up, you know, all that stuff. 10 into Blessed. I prefer this because I just like my healing done. I know it's not much. It's pretty minuscule, but it does help in the long run. Everything helps after every tick, because if this is doing 3% more heal after every tick, it helps a lot. It really does. Like passives, CP, everything matters. I have none into here. 70 into Thaumaturge. Some people are like, why? Because I'm trying to juice out the most damage of my dots as I possibly can. If you are running rend and you put as much as I do in this, oh, your dots are going to be very, very, very strong. 34 into precise strikes because I have major savagery, and I do often crit a lot. So when you crit, your damage is increased by a lot, and your heals are increased. So that basically is like a win-win. I would put 40 max in here, and I probably wouldn't put any more, but this is a really good. It's really important. 14% is a lot. 51 into piercing because I was going to run Spriggans to try to get the max pin, but I'm actually running 51 into here because I am low on pen, and I might switch to Nern as well, so my pen will be even lower. So I'm trying to get as much pen as I can because pen is actually very important when you're fighting tanks, you know, anybody really. It's just really good. You can pierce through that armor. 65 into mighty. Basically I have 65 in here because all your abilities are physical damage. Every single ability, like I'll show you. Jabs, physical damage right there. Rending slashes, physical damage. Power light, physical damage. Biting jab, physical damage. Dawnbreaker, physical damage. Everything you do is physical damage. Everything. So it works very well. That 13% helps, and it can really make a big difference. 42 into Ironclad makes you a lot more tanky from direct damage. A lot of Nightblades have direct damage, and this actually helps very well. It just makes you not able to get two-shot, which is really nice. 53 in here. Reason being, I have so much into here is because I want my reduced damage as much as possible. This red tree is basically your defensive tree, and I want as much reduced damage as possible. So this extra crit resist helps a lot. 25 into thick skin. You don't have to go this much because you do have cleanse, and you are wearing shackle if you're using this build. So you don't need that much, but sometimes when you're out of max, like when you're out of stam and magicka, sometimes you don't have a cleanse to cleanse off the buffs, and this actually comes into play. Next we have 55 hardy, reduced damage of, physical, poison, disease, whatever. Next is 55 into elemental defender, which is really good. This is about the ideal, what you want. Maybe you want to take a few points out of this and put more into here if you're going to go auto or something. And then I have none into here. And that is my CP. If you guys have any questions about this build, please let me know. Any concerns, anything I need to improve, anything to help me out. I feel this build is really well. I want to run auto with this, but I feel sustain wouldn't be as great. So this is exactly what I'm running now. And if you guys like this build, drop a thumbs up, and drop a comment, maybe subscribe. And that's been it, guys. Peace.